Damn. McBain.
Yes?
I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, stop talking crazy.
No. Just do one thing for me. Get Mendoza.
Mendoza!
Different leagues.
Punch snap.
I figured coming into this week, the only things that I was going to find notable was Chivegate on Reddit or learning what the fuck 6'7" actually meant. By the way, it's literally meaningless. It's basically chicken jockey, where some asshole says 6'7" and everybody just loses their shit. You're welcome. I saved you the Google search. Anyways, coming into this week, the lineup of games did not look all that appealing, but it ended up becoming one of the most dramatic Saturdays of the season thus far. Makes sense. We are nearly at the end of the road, and a lot of questions with many teams need to be answered. It would be really nice if YouTube TV and ESPN would finally kiss and make up, but you know what? Since they're not around, why don't you subscribe? We should be crossing 8,000 sometime after this video goes live, so join the Red Army today on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Now, let's get on with the video.
Snap of the game, UMass. They try to toss it back, they lose the ball, it's already on the turf. Akron pounces on it.
Yeah, that pretty much sums this game up. UMass takes on the traditional skid mark of the conference in the Akron Zips, and shits themselves so hard, they made the Zips look like conference title contenders. Even though the GPA for the Zips is so low, they were actually eliminated from bowl season back in fucking July. By the way, let's make this official real quick so that way I don't miss anyone. There we go, much better. Ben Finley unleashed all 6 years of his college frustrations onto the fucking Minutemen in a single 60-minute beatdown. 3 touchdowns were scored from the senior quarterback, and he led them to 467 yards of total offense. We haven't seen production this good in the city of Akron since all the damn factories closed and alcoholism became mandatory. Speaking of alcoholism, the UMass offense scored 10 points in the first quarter and then opted to castrate themselves and their fans for the rest of the game. The only thing entertaining in the ball game was the head referee, whose soothing voice was the only thing comforting the viewers at home before the garbage fire resumed. What the fuck is there to salvage if you're UMass? Why go on at this point? Actually, I have a goal for you dumb fucks. The greatest prize in all of college football. No, not the national title, that's for actual teams. I'm talking about the glorious prize of 0-12, the rarest title in football. To go winless against all the odds would be impressive in and of itself. To win now would only make a mediocre season forgettable. 0-12, however, means immortality. You are the only winless team left in all of FBS, UMass. Do not fail us on this quest to the bottom. The group of 6 is in fucking shambles. I mean, good fucking God, guys. I came into this week thinking that Tulane was pretty much out of the playoff hunt and Memphis was the 12th seed in the college football playoff rankings. Neither of which are true anymore. Both teams started this game off like they had been fired out of a fucking gun, but Jake Retzlaff was absolutely lethal in the first half. You blink, and Tulane has 21 points on the board from multiple deep ball touchdowns. Memphis had no answers on defense as the offense struggled to keep up. By halftime, it was 35-17, and I was eating so much crow I was coughing up feathers. Retzlaff was playing damn near perfect, and I wasn't sure how Memphis could come back. I got my answer soon enough though. They were delayed in their arrival, but the Memphis defense finally arrived in the second half, holding Tulane to a field goal. Memphis also finally got it going on offense. A 12-play drive, resulting in a touchdown and 2-point conversion, spelled trouble for the Green Wave. Tulane was stuck in the damn mud as Memphis kept forcing 3-and-outs in the second half. Memphis's quarterback Brendan Lewis continued to grow his legend with this performance, but unfortunately he was playing hurt. Redshirt freshman Arlington Maiden was doing his best, but he got banged up and was playing hurt as well. On Memphis's next drive, after another Tulane 3-and-out, Maiden had his freshman moment.
5-man rush at the corner blitz. Lewis gets lit up, throws deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted by Jack Chenchu.
I don't know what he saw there. He just lobbed it into double coverage before getting hit by a bus. However, Tulane, still being held to 3-and-outs by the Tiger defense, allowed Memphis another chance. With 2 minutes left, Memphis is driving into Tulane territory, but it's 4th and 3. Game on the line.
Down the perimeter. They got to roll him out here, not just have him go to work from the pipe. Can they extend the drive? And that was the one thing Memphis could not afford.
False start. Offense, number 12.
Oh,
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
A false start on 4th and 3? You gotta know the fucking count, dude. Absolutely no excuse. The season is on the line here, goddammit. Have some fucking discipline.
How aggressive is Tulane? They rush 5. Made it. Is it downfield? Bram cannot hold on. Tulane takes over.
All right, not good. But you still have all 3 timeouts, and your defense has been a brick wall the entire half. As long as you don't give up a first down, you still have a chance.
It's an RPO. He runs, and he's got the first down for Tulane.
A valiant comeback for Memphis, but it was too little, too late. Tulane escapes the Liberty Bowl Stadium with their conference title dreams intact. And for the first and hopefully last time this season, I'm retracting the playoff elimination I gave them last week. With only 1 loss in the conference, there's still a path for them to make it in if they win the American and a few other teams lose. While I remove the wasted tag from one team, I must now bestow it upon another. Memphis, you now have 2 losses in the American. One against Tulane, and the other randomly enough against UAB. Even if everyone else in the American has 2 losses, you're not getting into the playoffs with this resume. You're done, son. Gotta play all 60 minutes if you want to win, and you did not do that in this one. So close, yet so far. A Big 12 matchup so big, Herbstreit and Fowler are even calling it on ABC. Number 7 BYU versus number 8 Texas Tech. A game with conference title and playoff implications on the line.
Better. It's a mouth down there. Scramble for the football and an early turnover.
Oh shit, it's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? BYU arrived in Lubbock, Texas, and got smacked so hard they weren't seeing stars, they were seeing the Angel Moroni. BYU was blown the fuck out and didn't score a single touchdown until we were halfway through the 4th quarter. It was atrocious. 3 turnovers by the Cougars sums it all up. The Bear of BYU was effectively neutered and shut down. Their defense was no match for Tech's quarterback Baron Morton, who has been playing like a man on a mission since returning from injury. With the Red Raiders at 9-1 at the top of the Big 12, nothing seems to be able to stop them now. $28 million to build a roster, and the Big 12 is within their grasp for the first time in a generation. With UCF and West Virginia left on their schedule, the only thing that could stop Texas Tech at this point is themselves. This was the statement win you have been looking for all season, and Arlington is in your sights. Your time has finally come, Lubbock. Get it done. It's a cold and rainy afternoon in Iowa City. This must mean that Iowa has to play a football game. I say has to because, frankly, they have been an embarrassment to the Big Ten despite being 6-2. The bad snap and safety on this punt kinda sums it up. Oregon is desperately trying to keep up with Ohio State and Indiana, who are currently running away to Indianapolis at the top of the conference. Oregon just needs to win out and pray one of those teams fucks up before the end of the month. That is, if Oregon doesn't fuck up first.
Seymour fires, end zone, intercepted, picked off in the end zone.
Like I said, Oregon cannot afford to fuck up this game, yet somehow, either due to the elements or Iowa's defense just being Iowa's goddamn defense, they can't get the ball moving downfield. As usual, Iowa can't move the damn ball either, and a stalemate ensues. Finally, it's broken early in the second with an Oregon touchdown by De'Aaron Hill. 9-0 is sometimes enough to beat Iowa, considering the offense works about as well as a drunk mailman, but for some reason, Gronowski woke up.
He wants to throw, and he's got a man open, and Gill has got it inside the 5. And there's the pass play for Mark Gronowski.
The long ball sets up a touchdown for Iowa and makes it 9-7. We have a ball game at Kinnick. Oregon squeezes out a field goal to make it 12-7 before the half. Iowa continues to make their fans cry and beg for a real offense after fumbling the damn ball away midway through the third, while the Ducks continue to run into a brick wall, managing only to kick a field goal to extend the lead 15-7 late in the third. Iowa, however, begins to get the gears turning, driving just far enough downfield to kick a 58-yard field goal, holy shit, 58 yards, to cut the lead down to 5. Then
Gronowski pumps once. Now he goes deep down the middle. Man's there! And he's got it to his tight end again, the guy that he threw the touchdown pass to.
What the fuck? Iowa is actually making big plays? It's not just 3 yards in a cloud of dust now? Holy shit, either hell froze over or Iowa is finally stepping up to the goddamn plate. No fucking way they get into the end zone, though.
Gronowski's got to hurry on the play clock as well. 4th and goal, 3-yard line. Quarterback draw. Gronowski, touchdown, Iowa!
All right, Oregon, your turn to shit yourself in fear. Iowa has done the unthinkable. They have a dominant offensive drive downfield and scored a touchdown late with 2 minutes left and have taken the lead. A 2-point conversion would make it a 3-point game.
Gronowski across the middle. It's batted down and it's caught by Moulton. Was he in? Yes.
This is why coaches prefer toe taps, not heel taps. While Iowa has played well, they made a crucial mistake. Too much time is on the clock, and Oregon still has all 3 timeouts. The Ducks proceed to methodically drive downfield and line up for the game winner.
Reynolds to hold, unless we have another timeout. From 39 yards for the win. Up and good. He got it.
Iowa gave Oregon its best shot, but it was not enough to knock off the Ducks. Oregon remains alive in the Big Ten title hunt, but barely. They now wait to see if Indiana or Ohio State slips up down the road.
Daniels across the middle to the end zone. Touchdown Auburn. Eric Singleton with a big catch there. And now here's a design quarterback run. And here's a touchdown for Ashton Daniels.
Takes off running.
Diego out the backside. Against his body, Richardson. He's got it. And he's down inside the 20. Roll to his left. Pavia, end zone, touchdown! Junior Sherrill! How about that answer? Diego gets out of there. Watch out! To the corner inside the 5. Now Alexander to the goal line and in. First down. Pavia. Pressure is picked up. Wide open downfield. It's Trey Richardson. It's a Vanderbilt touchdown. There was a bust in the Auburn secondary. And Ashton Daniels has the ball. And he has a first down and a touchdown. Wow. On 2nd and 3, Diego design quarterback run. Toss to Alexander. Touchdown. 7 yards passing. Once more. In the corner of the end zone, did Coleman you kidding? Wow. Somehow that ball found Coleman's hands behind Martell Hyde. Daniels, Coleman. No, are you kidding? He keeps it. He flips. He won't get it. That's a turnover on downs.
Receivers for Auburn to the right side of the formation.
Daniels trying to step up to let it fly. Here it goes. A prayer to the end zone. It is incomplete. Let's go to overtime. Overtime! Pavi over the top. Touchdown! Cole spits.
The top, and he is.
Daniels throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Vanderbilt outlast Auburn in a thriller. It took more than 60 minutes.
Yeah, this is probably the most random goddamn game to make it into the main list for weekly recaps to date, but there's a good reason for it. It was a fucking shootout in Pratt & Whitney. Duke fires out to a 7-0 lead on the first drive, and UConn answers accordingly with a touchdown and a field goal to take the lead 10-3. Darian Mensah then fires a corner pass into the end zone, and Andrell Anthony is there to haul it in to retake the lead early in the second. UConn is not fazed as their quarterback Fignano tosses one to Bell in the end zone to retake the lead once more. Mensah tries to respond, but all he could do is toss an ugly fucking interception, allowing UConn to extend the lead going into the half. Duke finally gets it together at the start of the second half and responds with a rushing touchdown to retake the lead. UConn says, "What the fuck is a Blue Devil?" and kicks another field goal to retake the lead again, 23-21. It continues as Darian Mensah responds by saying, "Huskies aren't the best dogs," and throws a lob to Landon King to retake the lead again. It's like two dudes yelling "no you" at each other for 60 minutes at this point. No one has the advantage. That is until UConn grows some fucking balls.
Brown is deep, and that's a fake. UConn with the fake, holding up the sideline, and he's got the first down.
This gave the Huskies some much-needed momentum as Cam Edwards runs it into the end zone for the touchdown. UConn has the lead once more. Do you want to hear something shocking? Duke scored on their next drive. Mensah cannot be fucking stopped by UConn. But you know what can? Time itself, as UConn has the ball and is milking the clock for all it's worth as they drive downfield late in the fourth. With 2 minutes left, Fignano delivers a mortal blow.
It's right now as we speak. I'll send it back to you, Rich, real fast.
Into the end zone. Caught! Caught! It's Bell! It's a touchdown!
However huge that drive is and that touchdown was, there is still 2 minutes left and Duke has all 3 timeouts. More than enough time for Mensah to work his magic. Let's see it.
Another blitz. Mensah, another scramble. He's caught! Ball's loose! UConn has it! The Huskies are going to win this game!
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
Oh, guess Duke ran out of devil dust, eh? UConn wins the war against Duke and moves to 7-3. Does this game mean anything on the national level? No, not at all. But keep in mind where UConn was just a few years ago. They were the scum on the bottom of the barrel next to Akron, Kent State, and UMass. Now, they have won 7 games and have wins against a few Power 4 teams to go with it. The turnaround of the Huskies has been a thrill to watch, and I hope shit works out and they get into a conference soon. Hey, ACC, want to give these fuckers a shot since Boston College is anemic? And now, for the next few minutes, as the Doak burns. When we last saw the battered bastards of Tallahassee a few weeks ago, they were getting humiliated by a wall of fucking trees. Since then, they have recovered some of their dignity with a blowout win against the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest last week, bringing a rare spark of hope back to the Doak for the first time since September. However, They must now march into Death Valley for a date with the Clemson Tigers. The Tigers themselves have not been playing well at all. A season filled with optimism and expectations of a championship has gone up in flames, as they have a record of 3-5. They are in danger of missing bowl season for the first time in decades, and every game from here on out is a must-win. The Tigers came out roaring with a touchdown on their first drive to leave 7-0. Florida State predictably falls on their face. This was the most excitement for the next 30 minutes, as both teams did nothing but exchange punts. Florida State then decided, early in the second, to break the stalemate, not by going 3 and out, but 4 and out. Clemson, like a shark smelling blood, capitalized with a touchdown 2 plays later, and again on the next drive with a field goal. This is when Florida State finally woke the fuck up, with Tommy Castellanos throwing a touchdown to end the first half. Florida State came out of the half white hot and looked to cut the deficit with a field goal, but failed miserably. Clemson would do what the Noles could not, and kicked a field goal to extend their lead. From here it becomes academic. Clemson and Florida State exchange field goals in the fourth. Florida State tries to mount a comeback late, but throws an interception. And Clemson wins their first home game since September 6th. An accomplishment so great, their fans rush the fucking field. How pathetic. Neither team should have won this game, but Florida State is clearly the worst of the two. They have one more chance for an easy win next week against Virginia Tech to try and save themselves from missing bowl season for a second year. Will they be able to win 6 games? Can the Seminole fans find a reason to be happy again? Will Mike Norvell still have a fucking job come December? These questions and more will be answered as the doke burns.
I hate it here.
Virginia, what was that? Seriously, what was that? What the fuck are you on? It's Wake Forest. They just got blown out by Florida State last week. You mean to tell me the Noles whipped them like a donkey, but you can only manage to get kicked in the balls by these jackasses?
Oh,
no. You know what? That actually explains it. Chandler Morris was pretty much the only thing keeping this team going. With Chandler Morris out for the game, it was like cutting the head off of a snake. The snake's body continued to move, but slowly they went limp. Not a single touchdown was scored by Virginia, as Wake Forest did just barely enough to beat them. The only touchdown scored by anyone came in the second quarter with an 88-yard punt return. That's it. It was a mess. The kickers for both teams earned their scholarships, while everyone else should have theirs removed. Thanks to this defeat, Louisville now leads the ACC, and you're now in a dogfight for the final spot in the championship game. What? Wait, what? Wait a goddamn minute. They did what? Good Lord, say it ain't so. Fucking Cal. Their quarterback, JKS, is throwing with deadly accuracy as Miller Moss struggles in the mud. It became a duel in the second, with both teams exchanging field goals, but then Cal breaks the deadlock with yet another touchdown. Louisville needs to start the second half strong.
I mean, lots of good info there. Now, exactly what Stormy was talking about. Zeke Massis intercepts Miller Moss.
You threw a pick? Really, Cardinals? Be glad Cal only got a field goal from this. Now get moving.
In motion, Moss is going to try to sneak it again. This time leaned forward. No signal yet. Now touchdown.
Took you bastards long enough. We're tied at 20, but not for long. Cal continues to gash Louisville's defense. They retake the lead with a field goal near the end of the third. Louisville responds with one of their own at the start of the fourth to tie it up at 23. Finally, some actual fucking defense is played as both sides exchange 3 and outs for the rest of regulation. We're going to overtime.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Louisville gets the ball first and continues to be shut down by the Golden Bear defense. Miller Moss, who had been excellent all season, is simply non-existent here, and the Cards are forced to kick a field goal and hope for the best. While Kyle's offense was shut down in the fourth, JKS thrives on this shit and delivers the dagger to Louisville.
Songa Politele takes a snap, looking to the end zone, fires, caught, touchdown to Jesus! And it's a walk-off win for Cal on the road in overtime.
Cal came into the ACC a refugee. They're refugees no longer, decapitating the top of the ACC in one night, alongside their brothers in mediocrity, Wake Forest. In just 3 hours of football, the entire landscape of the ACC has changed. Louisville and Virginia once seemed to be on a collision course for Charlotte, but now the conference is completely up for grabs, with Georgia Tech, Pitt, and SMU tied with Virginia and Louisville for first. We are about to see more blood spilt than the Battle of Antietam, and as a sick motherfucker, I can't wait to see how it ends. Speaking of sickos, yes. Yes, we have a Sickos Bowl double feature. 2-7 Pac-12 leaders Oregon State hosts the winless Sam Houston in one of the games of all time. Oregon State ran out to the lead early with a 10-0 lead, the exact opposite of what we saw in their classic against Wazoo last weekend. All Sam Houston could do was flop like a fish, turning the ball over on downs, punting, and fumbling the ball to the Beavers. With Oregon State now up 17-0, it's looking like it's all over, and Sam Houston will join UMass in the 0-9 club. However, a funny thing happened late in the second. Sam Houston picked off the Beavers. Well, a broken clock is right twice a day, it's fine. What are they gonna do, score?
Matoyer taking a shot, and that's going to be caught, and that's a touchdown! What?
Oh, fuck. Okay, then, we got a game. Holy shit, we got a fucking game. Oregon State tries to answer back with a field goal, but missed. Well, that's not helping anything here, but just don't do anything stupid to start the second half, and you'll be fine.
A re-kick just enforced the fouls.
Exactly. And again, I want nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Here comes Burns again, and Burns, oh my goodness, there he goes, and that's a Sam Houston touchdown. Re-kick works for the Bearcats.
And special teams rears its ugly head once again for the Beavers.
Are you fucking kidding me, Beavs? Can you regain some momentum with a field goal here?
Kick here. He does, kicks on the way, but it is going to miss. So
the dam has burst. Oregon State is melting down like an Alaskan glacier as they turn the ball over on downs in the next drive. This can't possibly get any worse for you, right?
If you're on the Sam Houston side, you're thinking, this has to be our night. Well, they block it. There they go, the block, the scoop, and this is going to be a score, and Sam Houston will have the lead.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, sweet Jesus Christ. This is not a drill. Sam Houston is in the lead. We are at DEFCON 1 levels of fuckery now. Sam Houston is about to win a football game.
Fourth down. Johnson looking for Hankerson. Has him out there, and Hankerson turned to run. They've been backed into longer thirds. Again, they're spying Johnson with two guys over the middle. The pass is intercepted. Tyler Bailey with the interception. Make sure they take enough time here to get the play right. They need it, and they don't get it.
You lost to Sam Houston. You are currently leading the Pac-12 conference, and you got your dams broken wide open by a team who who should have been worse than you. I don't know who to laugh harder at this point, you or Wazoo, for losing to your stupid asses. Not only did you lose this week's second Sickos Bowl, you also win this week's first Dumbass of the Week by executive order. Sam Houston beat you with their fucking special teams. The offense had absolutely nothing to do with this victory. One of the dumbest losses I've seen all season, and that says a lot considering how Alabama lost to Florida State. And who else is Dumbass of the Week this week? Go piss up a rope. And now, once again, it is the fastest 3 minutes in all of college football. It's time for Rapid Fire. Congrats, Redhawks. Thanks to you royally shitting the bed against Ohio, there is now a 4-way tie atop the fucking MAC. Congrats, you didn't die after being flashbanged by Kent State. How did you sell this bad to Kent State? Okay, you're up 22-3 midway through the third. Just don't blow it. You nearly blew it, didn't you? Nearly blew it. Dear God. You nearly lost to UCF. You are the worst goddamn 8-2 team I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
The beatings will continue until...
I like trains. Oh, no, wait!
Why is this still a rivalry again? Congrats, you bombed a hospital. Feel better about yourselves now? The West Virginia Mountaineers just fucked your season harder than their own cousins. Congrats on earning your first spot in the playoff rankings. You are the 12th seed now, right? I'm recording this before Tuesday's rankings, so who the fuck knows? But if I'm wrong, feel free to call me a dumbass in the comments, I guess. Sir, we're only up by 1 point. What do we do? Hold the line. What? I said hold the line. You lost to food. Pudge the Cat could not survive a quarter in Ypsilanti. In the If You Lose, You're Fired Bowl, Rutgers is victorious. You know what that means? Wait, he didn't get fired? What the fuck? Did anybody get fired this week? No? Really? How the fuck am I gonna end this video then? Hey, look, it's Michigan Light. Oh, looks like you're gonna lose to Tech. Pity.
Whoop. Special teams. Scott, there's the bounce.
That is perfect bounce. And I don't know what you do in that situation. That's the toughest position to be in football on the onside kick. That's a great bounce by the kid.
And it leads to this. From 51 yards.
Wait, is Delaware allowed to bowl this year? Damn it. What a shame. Great season during transition, though. Well done. You beat UTEP and want praise? Kiss my ass.
Back off, it's a run with Craig. He's got it! Touchdown, Arizona!
Rock, chalk, I wanna die, Jayhawk. Hypnotoad got ran over by an F5 Cyclone. Remember when we thought these two were contenders? Oh boy, I wonder how the Bobcats are punching their fans in the dick this week. You scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and lose the comeback by 3 points?
Daring today, aren't we?
Well, that sucks. It cannot possibly get worse for UCLA from here. What the fuck? How does this solve anything? Wait, you thought the Aztecs were contenders? Of course not! The Blood Gods didn't receive anywhere near enough sacrifices to allow a playoff run. Hope you enjoyed your vacation in Hawaii. And now, the final game. It's a game that on paper should not have been close considering the seasons these teams are having. Indiana comes in the unbeaten conquerors, while Penn State is just trying to limp to the finish line and make a bowl game. After a slow start, Indiana jumps out to a lead 7-0 with a Fernando Mendoza touchdown. Penn State's backup quarterback, Ethan Grunkenmeyer, has been in the fires of hell the last few weeks after Drew Allar went down for the season, but he is holding his own and making big play after big play. Nick Singleton then puts the team on his back and bullies his way into the end zone to tie the game up at 7. From here, the defensive stalemate continues as both sides dig in for a classic Big Ten war. Indiana begins to crawl downfield midway through the second. Every single yard earned, not given. But despite their efforts, they only squeeze out a field goal to lead 10-7. Penn State tries to answer back, but Katron Allen fumbles the ball away. Indiana takes advantage of the error and excellent field position with a touchdown from Kalen Black to lead 17-7. Grunkenmeyer on the first drive of the second half throws into coverage and gets picked off. Indiana then tries to pull away with another touchdown, but gets stonewalled in the red zone and are forced to settle for a field goal to lead 20-7. Penn State needs to get it moving now before this gets out of hand, and they are able to stop the bleeding a little bit with a field goal to reduce the deficit down to 10. Indiana continues to make plays on offense, but the Penn State defense is beginning to lock them down. Suddenly, like a shot out of a cannon, Penn State comes alive.
He's improving play by play. And Singleton! Nick Singleton! Reverse! Singleton! Singleton at the 10! 5! Down at the 1! Singleton! Touchdown! Nittany Lions!
The momentum generated by the offense fueled the defense as well, and they got in on the big plays.
Mendoza!
The Nittany Lions are finally starting to look like the top 10 team they were predicted to be in the preseason. Despite all the odds, the Nittany Lions clawed their way back into this game and are poised to take the lead for the first time all day. They push, crawl, and force their way into the red zone, where Penn State delivers a devastating blow to the Hoosiers.
Grunkenmeyer, backside throw, Singleton makes a miss, goes inside, Singleton, touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Happy Valley, like Frankenstein's monster, is suddenly alive. Penn State leads against the number 2 team in the country. If this was any other Indiana team, this would probably be it, with no hope of the Hoosiers recovering the momentum, especially after being forced to punt on the next drive. But this isn't just another Indiana team, man. This is Curt Cignetti's Indiana Hoosiers. The stubborn as fuck, never say die Hoosiers. They know how good they are. They knew coming in Penn State had the potential to pull off an upset, and they are now hell-bent on breaking every single heart in Happy Valley. The Hoosier defense finally shuts down Penn State's offense for the first time since the third quarter and forces a punt. Fernando Mendoza has 2 minutes to save the undefeated season for the Hoosiers. It's now or never for Indiana.
Sideline throw, caught out of bounds, E.J. Williams. Can Penn State hold on? Mendoza over the middle. Oh, he's got it! Riley Nowakowski. Mendoza.
Holy shit.
And it's a catch. Charlie B again. Mendoza looking. Throws and incomplete. Under pressure. Hit by King Mack. Mendoza in trouble. It's out.
Touchdown under review.
Oh my goodness. No way. Oh my goodness.
That was, without a doubt, one of the most dramatic finishes to a college football game all season. Indiana made great play after great play after great play, and in a hostile environment in Happy Valley, overcame the resurgent Nittany Lions and won the game. This is the shit that champions do. It doesn't matter what Penn State's record is. They have great players on their team. When you're down, you find a way to win. And that's what happened in this game for Curt Cignetti and Indiana. Google his ass. Curt Cignetti wins games. With cupcakes the final 2 games for Indiana, it is all but destined for them to make the Big Ten title game in Indianapolis as an undefeated team. As for Penn State, you can take James Franklin out of Happy Valley, but you can't take the losses against top 5 teams away so easily. Another crushing blow, and this arguably is a bigger loss than the Oregon game. They had this game. They had the upset in the palm of their hands, and it slipped away. Penn State is now 3-6 and facing oblivion. A season filled with hopes and dreams now faces not even making a bowl game. disappointment does not begin to describe this. And now, a moment of silence for those who unfortunately will not be going bowling this December. May the harvest of recruits and transfers be fruitful, and the NIL money bountiful. This is the way. We end this week's video by announcing that another Dumbass of the Week has been crowned, this time by you, the Red Army. Oh yeah, you bet your ass I had to separate this one from the main list of games in rapid fire. Washington got upset by Wisconsin. No, I'm not going to give any dramatic build-up or anything special because this is ridiculous. You got beat by the second worst team in the Big Ten next to Purdue because of their defense. Wisconsin apparently has a fucking defense that is running on nothing but beer and cheese at this point, but damn it, it shut the Huskies the fuck down. Just 2 days ago, Wisconsin announced Luke Fickell would return next year regardless of result this season. And we were all understandably laughing in their faces. Well, who's laughing now, motherfuckers? Wisconsin, the 10-point underdog, beats their first Power 4 team in 11 tries. Over a year of losses finally put to bed. In yet another sacrifice at the quarterback position, Danny O'Neal got hurt. And their next man up was a freshman in Carter Smith. He only got 8 yards passing and went 3 for 12 on completions. Sean West had more passing yards on a single play, and he was the fucking punter. Their punter, dude. Do I need to say anything else? This is one of the most deserved Dumbass of the Week winners so far this season. Hang your heads in shame, you sacks of shit.